Good evening. I'd like to call to order this regular meeting of the Naperville Park District Board of Commissioners. It is September 8th, 2016 at 7 p.m. At this time, if everyone could please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Jackie, will you please take the roll?
President Janner?
Here.
Vice President Riley?
Here.
Commissioner Egan, absent. Commissioner Ensign?
Here.
Commissioner Heidi?
Here.
Commissioner Todd?
Here.
Commissioner Young? Here.
Introduction and recognitions. We don't have any of those this evening. The next item is matters from the public. Jackie, has anyone from the public signed up to speak? No. Okay, we'll move forward into updates and reports. The first update will be the Finance Committee update. Commissioner Young.
Thank you, President Janner. The Finance Committee met this week, September 6th. The committee reviewed the 2017 board budget. The recommendation at this time by the committee is to continue to include appropriate funds for board members to attend the IPRA and the NPRA conferences. As 2017 is an election year, the current draft of the budget includes funds for new commissioner training. The committee asked that the board discuss the 2017 IAPD membership during our next meeting. As a reminder, we canceled our membership with IAPD last year, or for this year. The reason we decided not to continue our membership with IAPD was to address our concern for their financial prudence and their lack of responsiveness to us as members when we sought clarification concerning certain expenditures. The 2016 membership dues were approximately $7,000. The board recommends that we continue to include funds for the community and public relations, as well as for legal services for the board, although these funds are rarely used. The second item on the agenda was to set a regular schedule for the meeting of the Finance Committee. These committee meetings are tentatively set to occur at 6 p.m. on the second Thursday of the month in the Park District Administration Building, so they are a rocking good time, and I encourage you all to attend. While we'll attempt to stick to this schedule, the actual date and times may change, and that's it.
Thank you, Commissioner Young. The next report is the Legislative Committee update. Vice President Riley.
Thank you, President Janner. The Legislative Committee met this afternoon at 2 p.m. Sue Wilmanson provided information on 11 bills impacting park districts that were passed and signed into law during the past legislative session, as well as another one that was passed by the legislature but has not yet been signed by the governor. She also updated the committee on pending grants that may come to fruition now that the legislature voted additional funding. We're now in the process of responding to the state's requirements for additional information. We should know more by October. As we discussed how we want to reach out to our legislators, we recognize that the November elections could signal dramatic changes in Springfield, possibly leading to a flurry of legislation. As part of that discussion, we raised the issue of possibly rejoining IAPD in order to benefit from their lobbying activities. We thought that would be a good discussion topic for our next workshop. The next scheduled meeting of the committee is Thursday, January 12th, 2017, at 2 p.m., location to be determined.
Thank you, Vice President Riley. The next report is the Parks and Recreation Committee update, which is also you.
Thank you again, President Janner. The Parks and Recreation Committee did not meet in August in order to give staff the maximum amount of time available for final work at the Fort Hill Activity Center. The committee will meet again Friday, September 16th at 10:30 a.m. in the Administration Building boardroom.
Thank you, Vice President Riley. The next report is the Board President update. On behalf of the entire board, I would like to thank all the residents that turned out for the grand opening event for the Fort Hill Activity Center on Saturday, August 27th. We thoroughly enjoyed spending the day interacting with residents and seeing the long-awaited facility full of visitors of all ages. Special thanks to our speakers for that event, Karen Corney and Bev Patterson-Fryer from Naperville Seniors in Action, Josh McBroom from Kids Matter, and Sandy Gabor from the Western DuPage Special Recreation Association, along with the Naperville North cheerleading team for welcoming over 1,000 visitors to the celebration. On Labor Day this past Monday, the Naperville Park District was honored as the Grand Marshal of the annual Labor Day Parade, presented by the City of Naperville and the Naperville Jaycees. Governor Bruce Rauner was on hand to visit with the Park District Board and leadership team prior to the parade. The parade was very well attended, and there were crowds of people all over the route, so thanks to the Naperville Jaycees for their great work in promoting and executing the parade and for recognizing the 50th anniversary of the Park District. As summer turns into fall, it's that time of year for the Naperville Park District to celebrate the grand reopening of various playgrounds. Neighborhood parks and playgrounds are such an important part of the fabric of our communities, and they are the very first gathering places for recreation for many young families. Furthermore, it has been proven time and time again that excellent parks increase property values and make the homes and neighborhoods around those parks more desirable and appealing. On September 13th, we will celebrate the grand reopening of Old Sawmill Park, and October 4th, we will celebrate the grand reopening of Walnut Ridge Park. Both events are open to the public, and all are welcome and encouraged to attend. Finally, packets will be available shortly for anyone interested in seeking election to the Naperville Park District Board of Commissioners during the next election cycle. We serve 4-year terms on a volunteer basis. Interested parties should keep an eye out for information in the local news media or contact any one of us directly, and we can point you in the right direction. The next report is the Executive Director update. Executive Director McGurry.
Thank you, President Janner. Following the official grand opening on August 27th, Fort Hill Activity Center is now open 7 days a week with activities in full swing. Check our website for group exercise and open gym schedules, facility hours, and more at napervilleparks.org/Fort Hill Activity Center. This fall, we are introducing Naperville Youth Basketball, modeled after the popular Naperville Youth Soccer. Basketball teams are forming for kids from kindergarten through 6th grade with parent and volunteer coaches. Learn more and register at napervilleparks.org. The new gymnastics area at the Fort Hill Activity Center is already in use and offers opportunities for gymnasts of all levels. Registration is underway for the Park District's Gym Cats program, which includes classes for ages 1 through high school. In addition, the gymnastics equipment is available to explore and use during gymnastics open gym hours. As a reminder, registration for autumn programs is now underway, and online registration is available for most programs. With the opening of Fort Hill Activity Center and the expanded service hours, we are no longer taking registrations and facility rental reservations at our administration building on Jackson Avenue in the downtown area. However, you can register for programs at the Alfred Rubin Riverwalk Community Center, Knocknolds Nature Center, the 95th Street Center, or at the Fort Hill Activity Center. Facility addresses, phone numbers, and hours of operation for each of these locations can be found on our website at www.napervilleparks.org. And finally, I want to thank the members of the 50th Anniversary Steering Committee for their time and assistance throughout the planning of the Barn Farewell and Fort Hill Activity Center grand opening events. Thanks also for the generous support of our sponsors who made these events possible. That's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you, Executive Director McGurry. The next item on our agenda is approval of the Treasurer's Report.
Move to approve the July 2016 Treasurer's Report.
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, Jackie, please take the roll.
Vice President Riley?
Yes.
Commissioner Todd?
Yes.
Commissioner Egan absent. Commissioner Ensign?
Yes.
Commissioner Heidi?
Yes.
Commissioner Young?
Yes.
President Janner?
Yes. Next item is our consent agenda. Are there any items to be removed from the consent agenda?
Move to accept consent agenda items A through J inclusive. This is a roll call vote.
All in favor?
I need a second.
I'm sorry,
please.
second, please. Second, Commissioner Todd. All in favor?
It's a roll call.
Thank you. Please call the roll.
Vice President Riley?
Yes.
Commissioner Todd?
Yes.
Commissioner Egan absent. Commissioner Ensign?
Yes.
Commissioner Heidi?
Yes.
Commissioner Young?
Yes.
President Janner?
Yes.
Move to approve the consent agenda as accepted. This is a voice vote.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We have no unfinished business and no new business. So as for future meetings, the next regular meeting of the Board of Park Commissioners will be September 22nd, 2016 at 6:30 p.m. in the South Maintenance Facility lunchroom. After that, the next regular meeting will be October 13th, 2016 at 7 p.m. right here in the council chambers, followed by the October 27th, 2016 meeting, 6:30 p.m. Back at the South Maintenance Facility lunchroom. Next item is executive session.
Move to adjourn to executive session to discuss personnel under 2C1 of the Open Meetings Act.
Second.
Jackie, will you please take the roll?
Vice President Riley?
Yes.
Commissioner Todd?
Yes.
Commissioner Egan, absent. Commissioner Ensign?
Yes.
Commissioner Heidi?
Yes.
Commissioner Young?
Yes.
President Janner?
Yes.